Photographer Dorothea Lange is best known for her documentative photography during the Great Depression and Dust Bowl era. She was born in Hoboken, New Jersey in 1895 and became disabled by polio in 1902. The rest of her life she walked with a limp, but Dorothea launched her portrait photography in 1916 when she began working in a photo studio. Then in 1917, she took a photography course at Columbia University. In 1919, she then opened her first portrait studio after moving to San Francisco the year before. Dorothea Lange's photo of a Hopi Indian was taken in 1923 when Dorothea and her husband Maynard took a trip to the Navajo and Hopi lands in New Mexico. This is taken at a heads-on angle, and you can see the clear distress in his face. The picture of the Hopi Indian grew to become one of her most popular photos. It evokes sadness from the viewer, which is why it makes this image so successful. The prominent details that you can see on his face shows us his feelings of distress. Mother's Day Daisies was taken in the spring of 1931. Dorothea had her youngest son John hold these daisies so she could capture this moment. This image displays the innocence of a child because daisies are a symbol of innocence. Dorothea uses the rule of thirds and the use of negative space to truly make the daisies pop in this image. A Dust Bowl farm was photographed near Dalhart, Texas in the early 1930s. Many of the homes in this area became abandoned when the Dust Bowl hit. The house pictured here is one of the few that remain inhabited during this time. Dorothea's picture uses the rule of thirds, placing the house in the upper right corner of the photo. If she had photographed this from any other angle, you would not be able to see how abandoned this area really was. We can only see a house way off in the distance. Other than that, the fields are empty. This conveys a feeling of abandonment that many Americans in the Midwest experienced during the Great Depression. This next photo is of a family walking on a highway to California. This picture is ethically evaluative like most of Dorothea Lange's work. It shows a family from Idabel, Oklahoma that left to escape the Dust Bowl in 1936. Many families like this one walked Route 66 to flee to California and start a new life. Her photo provides the viewer with the vanishing point of the road in the distance. The children seem happy compared to the solemn look of their parents as they are looking down. These children probably don't realize how long their journey actually is. This last photo is titled Migrant Mother. It was taken in 1936 during the Great Depression and is an iconic symbol for the average American during this time period. Although Dorothea had other photos of this migrant mother, Florence, and her children, this image became the most famous of them all. This is another amazing example of Dorothea Lange's ethically evaluated photographs. Americans felt that Florence was just like them, and they were concerned for her and wanted to help her. Florence is clearly in distress and sad, trying to think how she is going to take care and provide for not only her, but her children as well. People in America at this time were able to relate to Florence, which is why this photo became so successful.